So you're saying you don't eat crisps, you don't eat biscuits, you don't eat fried food, you don't eat snacks, you don't eat any of that stuff?
No way.
That's what I call junk food.
And that's what I call junk food. Big no-no in our family. We don't touch that crap. I almost like the laugh at the beginning of her not believing. How could he? How could he suggest that we, the two fittest people in the room, would even touch that? You really think I would put that in my body? Listen here, Chris. My body is a temple. There's no way I would put what we like to call, by the way, junk food. No thanks. In my body. Before I get into today's video, I think it goes without saying, if you are happy the size that you're at, then that's good. Great. No need to create TikToks trying to antagonize people or push your opinions for you to just sit there and get angry when someone also gives their opinion. I feel like that's the real issue that a lot of people have nowadays, that I see anyway from these TikTok videos, is they will literally sit there and say ridiculous things. And we'll just reply back with, no, that's not right. And they will say, I didn't ask for your opinion. So today we are gonna look and see what they have to say about certain things.
Travel might look a little different for us plus-size folks, but it's still possible. The airlines should do a better job accommodating us, but until then, I'll keep shouting my message from the rooftops.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's the airline's fault. Anyone else but my own. I feel like the absolute audacity of making TikToks like this is completely absurd. Imagine having the guts to sit there on the airline. They've given you 2 seats for the price of 1 and you're still not happy. They should do better. I've never really understood this argument, and I know people in the comments will get angry at me for saying that. But no, absolutely not. How come people get special treatment for self-inflicted issues that they've caused themselves? Like, imagine if I was a really heavy smoker. You know, I really wish these airlines would do more for people like us. It's really ableist. Can we not open a window or something? I'm finding it a little bit hard to breathe. Also, I need to have a cigarette. Let's open a window. Well, guys, till these airlines do a better job, I'm gonna scream at the top of my very fragile lungs until they listen. Of course not. You would find that absolutely ridiculous and absurd. But somehow when it comes to food and people being overweight, it's almost like a little bit of a free pass. People will generally sit there and be like, yeah, you know what? These airlines should do a better job. It's disgusting that they don't.
You deserve to travel just as much as anyone else.
Literally cause yourself to become overweight and then you point the finger at other people and say it's your fault. I like how they say this stuff at the end as well, like, oh, absolutely, of course, that's no one made that statement. Like, no one ever said the reason why airlines don't want to make bigger seats is because fat people should not be allowed to travel. No one's ever said that. I know they like to start off with these very small sort of claims on how offensive it is that they don't cater to them more. And then they'll always finish off these videos with a saying like, because fat people should deserve to live as well. Yeah, no one said they shouldn't. It's such a stupid argument.
Working out with only the intention of weight loss is fatphobic and can lead to unhealthy habits.
Oh god, guys, it's the color hair people. They're back again. Who would have thought that a color hair person would say this absolute nonsense? Like, the sentence that they just say make no sense. So apparently now, if you were to work out with the only intention of wanting to keep fit, that's fatphobic. Okay. But you also say in these other videos that you don't want our opinion on stuff, so how come now you will like to drag us down and start attacking us? I don't see how they don't see the massive contradiction there of wanting to be left alone, but then will happily attack us. Like, I go to the gym, obviously, mainly for my mental health, but a big part has to come into play that I want to stay fit. I don't want to gain weight. I want to be pretty mobile when I get to an older age, and I like being in a better physique. So in her eyes, I'm fat phobic just for that alone. But she will come out of her little corner and try and shove that narrative down my throat. I didn't ask. I don't really care. That's why I feel like making these videos is so important. There's not many people that even like to do these types of videos anymore on YouTube anyway. I feel like the majority of commentary YouTubers now literally just go along and like to agree with everyone and don't want to step on anyone's toes. God forbid you say something that's offensive. You'll get cancelled. Oh no, guys. Uh-oh. But in what world is it okay for us to be pointed at and shamed for stuff like wanting to eat healthy or go to the gym, but when we do it back to them, cancel them?
often people admire bodybuilders who have built their body with muscle and not obese people who have built their body with eating huge amounts of food is because there's prejudice against fat people.
Oh my God, bro. It's literally anyone else's fault but their own. The way they point their finger and say it's this person's fault. And by the way, when I say they, I don't mean every single fat person. I never said that. I know I'll probably get comments saying that we're not all like this. I never said you were. I'm talking about the people that make these really cringy TikToks and say this kind of nonsense. Because at the end of the day, that's exactly what it is. It's complete nonsense. Because I built my body with fat and you built yours with muscle and actually put in the hard work and time and effort it takes to create that physique, you have shamed me. And the reason why I can't now change the way I am is because of you. I just find it hard to believe that these types of people that say that they don't care about their physique and are happy at any size. God, I will tell you, for them claiming to be so happy, they now have to complain a lot. I'm happy at any size. I'm so healthy. Look how happy and healthy I am. And then them literally every single day on TikTok, I'm outraged. I'm triggered. Like, so what is it? Are you happy or are you not? Judging by these videos and the fact that you're now pointing your finger at other people, getting mad at them for wanting to just live out their lives, I'm going to take it that you're not a very happy person and you like to bring people down. Oh, here we go, Blaze. God, what are you going to say about this one, huh? Are you going to say something? Are you going to say something about her bald head? Is that what it is? No, actually, I was just going to say, imagine if I made a TikTok like this, guys, but it was the opposite way around. Guys, I'm sad because I'm skinny and only fat people are pretty. Psych! Guys, I'm skinny and I'm hot. And also I find a lot of the people that like to say fat people are ugly are mainly fat people in the first place. Like, I've never said a fat person is ugly. Being fat and being ugly are it's two different things. There's loads of fat people that can have pretty faces. It's like a completely different thing. It's like saying just because you're fat, you're a terrible person. No, they're two separate things.
Oh my God, I'm so sick of mainstream body positivity because most mainstream body positivity is just straight sized people reassuring other straight sized people that they aren't fat.
Guys, yeah, I don't know about you, but that really riles me up. What's that? No, I'm happy at any size, but this is the one thing that grinds my gears. Angry, guys. I see a lot of gym clothing brands like bending the knee to these types of people. You know, they started off as a company that would sell tank tops and that kind of stuff for like generally people in the gym who took it serious and was hardworking. And people like this, even though they're happy, were not very happy and then had to destroy that and take that away from them. And now, literally, when I see commercials like Gymshark, a lot of the time it is really obese people in their clothing stuff. And whatever, fine, I don't care. Because going to the gym at any size, when anyone sees that, is really looked upon in a good, positive way. If I see someone like extremely overweight and they're working out, I think, hell yeah, good for them. That's amazing. I don't have any of these negative thoughts in my head where I think, oh my God, what's he doing here? I've never thought that. I remember one time when I was working out in the first ever gym I went to, and I stayed there for about 2 years, I generally saw this guy who was extremely large when he started. And out of the few years that I was there, by the time I left, bro was like absolutely like killing it. And I remember like thinking to myself, what an amazing job he's done. Now, obviously I did think, I was like, oh, bro, I kind of want to go up to him and like say like, bro, I've been noticing and you've been killing it. But obviously, I don't know. I feel like going up to someone random and saying that would be a bit strange. But I was thinking that. I was like dead proud. I'd never spoken to the person in my life or even introduced myself or even knew his name or anything. But holy shit, he killed it. I was like, yes, you'd love to see this. I was like, when I do see those commercials, you just know the narrative behind it is toxic. It's not these people going there wanting to better themselves. They're just wearing these clothes now to make a point, to get involved because they feel left out, because the reason they're this size anyway is because of people like us that have shunned them down from the very beginning, even though they are happy to give their opinion on every single body type, but God forbid if I do it. And also, body positivity shouldn't be the fact that you're eating yourself to death. Body positivity should be stuff that's out of your control. Birth defects, cheeks, missing limbs. That's body positivity. Being happy in your body is something that we should all strive to be. But again, I just find that so hard to believe that they have that mindset when they do nothing but make these TikToks. Yes, I make these videos every once in a while, but these people will literally make 5 to 10 TikToks a day just complaining. That's all they do. Like I say, it's very hard to then be watching that and then really agree with them like, oh yeah, you guys are definitely happy at any size.
It's just a bunch of people saying things like, you're not fat, you're bloated. You're not fat, that's where your uterus is. Literally any excuse just to reassure their followers that their worst fear hasn't come true.
Yeah, and a lot to blame is because of people like you who say this kind of nonsense on a daily basis. Well, I'm not fat. It's thyroid problem. I'm not fat. I'm just big bone. Don't fat shame me. I'm healthy at any size. Oh, we don't like to use the word fat anymore. You have alienated it yourself. You have no one else to blame but yourselves. You've literally shaped the narrative of what it's like to be fat. No one particularly cared that much before you could talk about it openly. Like, it's no rocket science that the more calories you eat, the bigger you're going to become. But you guys don't like that, and you had to change all the wording for it. So now, yes, people don't like to use the word fat or obese or larger person because of people like you.
So I just want to be really clear about something. I am not interested in soothing your fear of being fat. I am interested in creating a world that has no reason to fear fatness.
Unfortunately, though, you kind of should fear it a little bit. I don't know, I agree with the fact that you shouldn't be ashamed of yourself. I don't think you should hate yourself for being overweight. I'm not saying that, but there should be a little bit in you where if you are 25, 30 stone, 500 pounds, you should be a little bit scared. It's like me creating TikToks and saying, guys, I want to reshape the narrative of cancer. I don't want people to be scared when you get diagnosed with cancer. Well, unfortunately, when it really comes to it, you kind of will be because it's something that can kill you. The same way that being morbidly obese will kill you.
I'm interested in seeing fat people treated with dignity and respect. I'm interested in seeing fat people gain access to the rights and resources we're currently denied. I'm interested in seeing fat people gain full and uninhibited access to healthcare, employment, travel, clothing, and more.
Unfortunately, some of those things on that list you're just not going to get. Again, if a smoker tries to get life insurance, it's going to be a hell of a lot harder. If an alcoholic tries to get life insurance, it's going to be a hell of a lot harder. Eating this much food is an addiction just like those two. Unless for those very, very rare cases, that is not. But I'm talking literally like a 0.1%. Not like where it seems like every single TikToker has thyroids and it's this, it's because, oh, in my family, it's this and that. So unfortunately, when you are that size, you are at risk of more health conditions and risks. In fact, you only need to look at the statistics and see that being overweight is one of the biggest factors in play of dying young. So I think making TikToks like this is so bad for people to watch, especially for younger people too, because I get it. You're impressionable and also maybe you grew up being a bit of a larger kid, which I will say, that's one of the rare cases where it would not have necessarily been your fault. If you were not educated by your parents or your parents fed you the wrong stuff that has caused you to be this way now, I get it. I'm sure it can be very difficult and hard. And to watch TikToks like this actually feels very nice for you because it's almost like an answer to your question of how did I get like this? And it's a way to really point the finger and shift the blame to something else that wasn't your own fault. But unfortunately, when you become an adult, you really have to take care of yourself. And before we end today's video, I want to show you this one last video on what kind of just sums up what I've been saying at the beginning. But before I show it to you guys, I hope you are having a fantastic day. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Hope you agree with some of the stuff I say. Let me know in the comments down below. Generally, you're allowed to disagree with me. It's fine. I'm not going to get angry or mad or insulted. Please share your opinions and thoughts down below, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye-bye.